Nicola, tell us, how are we organised here?
Basically, we've got all the country guides here, kind of the main countries, and these then diversify into two specific regions, guidebooks mainly.
So this is starting here?
Starting
Is
here.
the beginning of the section?
Yes.
So we go right to left?
Yes, depending. Some countries we do, depends on the country, really.
Okay.
But general principle is start off with the guidebooks, then go to the travelogues. So we've got all the travelogues here. We've got fiction by Indian authors or set in India, A to Z here.
Okay.
And then we've got history.
So guides, travelogues, fiction.
Fiction, history.
History here.
And then kind of traditional Indian text, myths, legends, that type of thing. Yeah. And that's India.
So is the same scheme in work in other
Pretty
countries
much.
and other regions
Pretty
too?
much.
Pretty much.
For example, things like Italy, where you've got a lot of fiction, specifically on something like Venice or Florence or whatever, and it's slightly larger. But generally, that's the principle of it.
So what would you consider Indian fiction? For example, Jhumpa Lahiri. Would
Yes.
that be
Yep.
Indian fiction?
Yep.
It would.
She is, where is she? Down there?
Even though she was born in London and lives in America and writes
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
kind of
I mean,
cross-cultural type issues.
Yeah, you'll also find her in our main fiction section.
She's also there.
One in each. So it's either Indian authors or set in India, or sometimes you'll start off in Istanbul via India to New York. So
Right.
there'll be one in Istanbul, one in India, and one in New York.
What about somebody like Nepal, V.S. Nepal?
Yeah, he's in the Caribbean.
He's in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay. Now on the China section, I found that interesting that Tibet was a separate section, but Taiwan was not. Why is that? Is that kind of like a political statement?
No, not at all.
No.
Not remotely close to the
Actually, the section on Taiwan and Korea doesn't have a section title up there.
No, we've just redone this section, so
You have.
so we are waiting for it. But
So-
they're quite small and specific, so we just keep them all together rather than melding them in. It just makes them easier to find.
So it is going to be separate. It's not going to be part of China.
No, exactly. It's just, as you can see,
Right.
there's a sign missing there.
Okay, so you're not saying Taiwan is part of China,
Exactly.
but Hong Kong is,
No,
of course.
Yeah.
And Tibet is separate. People will be happy to see that. But thank you, Nicola.